but there are still certain queries. Some members बोलते हैं यार ये बैंक वाला बहुत चार्ज मांग रहा है, कोई कुछ बोलता है, कोई कुछ बोलता है. The SEBI has been very proactive. SEBI team, Sumit ji is here, and his team, and they have been very proactive. कि बताओ तुमको क्या तकलीफ है, we can solve it. तुमको चाहिए तो short notice में webinar भी कर सकते हैं. Very kind of them. So we just sent a message yesterday evening. Sorry for such a short notice, but that also shows the versatility of us as a community. So over to SEBI team to just probably give their thoughts, and I think we'll move straight to Q&A because मोटा-मोटी सबको पता है. But Sumit ji, over to you. The thoughts that you'd like to share.
Uh,
Any questions you'd like to preempt or any
yes,
observations
yes.
that you'd like to make?
So thank you, Uttam ji, for having us and organizing this meeting on such a short notice. And you all are already aware of the implementation. And many of you have already put in the comments in the link which we had circulated earlier. I have gone through those, and there are broadly couple of 19 to 20 questions which were broadly there, complaints, suggestions equal. So I'll just quickly cover those. And then if any additional thing is there, we'll take that. But before that, I'll update how we are trying to resolve the gap between payment aggregators, bank, and intermediaries. So first, I'll just start with the FAQ section. So you must be already aware of that multiple FAQs we already covered in the SEBI circular when we released that on 11th of June. So many questions, answers to many questions will be able to find in those only. Now coming back to second question, where many brokers have multiple licenses such as DPs and other registrations too. So from ask was that whenever you are receiving money from investors, you offer a valid ID. So we are not putting any restriction as such that if you are doing DP business, you take a separate DP too, DP ID too. But if you are collecting it separately, we would suggest you take it because then the same information, the suffix will be DP. And obviously, it's completely optional. We just want at least one ID per PAN you are having or registration you are having. That is the bare minimum requirement from the circulars per se. Ideally, I would suggest that wherever in each account where you are actually receiving the monies from investors, you put that and obtain a UPI ID on that. It's suggested. It's not or it's recommended, but it's not compulsory. The reason for that is that the same information goes to a functionality which will be deployed on 1st October, which is going to be known as SEBI check. There, one can also check the account number and IFSC. So you can very much say to any investors that if the amount is large or UPI is not working at that particular time for you, you can tell them that you can check my account number and IFSC as well in the SEBI check, which we are obviously going to popularize just after this implementation itself. Again, having .brk.dp, it's completely optional. SEBI circular just talks about the at single ID only. Then on the same account, you can create multiple handle across the registration. So then there too, there is no requirement or limitation from our side. Even you can request a broker's ID from any exchange that will flow to the same bank whenever is required. It's not, there is limitation that you have to do it from BSC only or NSC only. And similar for ICCL or NSCCL as well. So when money is directly going to NSCCL, ICCL, you can do it from any exchange. That too, the functionality is there and it's completely interoperable. Obviously, there needs to be the broker login only so that you get the .brk suffix, and accordingly those drop downs are being populated for you. Then I think I do not think this will be a case with our brokers, but it was case or maybe might be in some small cases. So one such question was that I have a savings account, then and banks are saying that I need to have a current account only. I do not think it would be a case, but obviously at least for brokers. But if that is the case, we need to have a current account because that's up to the banks and RBI's regulation only. We do not have any jurisdiction. Then in case you have any old handle request which where some information was incorrect, you need to get it deleted from the exchange, or if it has been submitted to SEBI, it must have gone to bank. You ask the bank to reject it and then reapply. Then once you get it rejected or withdrawn, then the same handle becomes available for you to reapply with another bank account uh, or any other details. This I have already covered. Banking. Yes, the required support, I'll just mention what support we are providing from our side. Um, Yes, one issue was I think one of the brokers was trying to put one full stop character in the optional field. So please use only alphanumerical in the optional field. Otherwise, that will not work. Actually, the system does not support that. So we are just keeping maximum two characters. That is actually the way we have designed the system with consultation with banks, so that their system should also continue to work. Uh, This I have already covered. Yes, about the QR code and UPI display on the websites. So the concern I think many brokers have, that if somebody is sending me money, I'll not be able to trace it who is sending me. Similar to what we do not do in the case of bank accounts. So here the ask from the circular was that the intent was that we provide sufficient information to investors that you are live on at valid platform, and subsequently there itself you can provide your payment gateway link or whatever mode you are accepting, and there if the UPI ID is there, we are fine with that. It's no compulsion. And separately, just for your information, we have onboarded Razorpay, PhonePe, Cashfree, BillDesk. All these are also there. We are in touch with them, and there too, actually, we have shared the code to generate dynamic QR code with thumbs up logo, which we had shared in our circular too. So that functionality will also be available for all of our members. Uh, and obviously, the same has also been shared with the banks. Special then, and so the again the at websites we are not expecting that you put the entire UPI ID when you do not have any trace, but yes, obviously you can put the URL or the information itself, and how one can make the payment to you using the UPI ID at valid UPI ID. One just a suggestion or some information, many of the brokers are using virtual UPI ID where they have this each of their client has a unique UPI ID on which they make a transfer. By that, they identify it. Many banks are offering this functionality, and it is completely free. And which also brings me to this topic that yes, UPI is free. The confusion was with one of the bank was that their system was built around the payment aggregators only. So the fee or charge they mentioned was for that particular system itself. UPI does not have any additional fee, at least for now, for the merchants. And this additional functionality where I mentioned that you can create lakhs of UPI ID, each one is having for your unique based upon unique UCC. That too is completely free, and bank provides a real-time MIS for this, so that you can take the same feed in your system, and then you can adjust the margins based upon that. So that too is completely free from many of the banks which are supporting this or providing this, such as okay, you can separately. I think NSC team will mention about that. Then payment aggregator I covered. One more question was that the SIPs on stocks, equity will continue, or what will happen to that? So any current mandate on anything which includes mutual funds, any fees, or this stock one as well, it will continue to remain in force until unless it's new is not coming or it's not being renewed. Once that happens, then that needs to be done using the at valid UPI or ID only. Then payment aggregators covered. Broker capital. Again, this you can apply from any exchange, which I had already covered. Brokers can also make requests from any of the clearing platform. Uh, uh, yes. Then one question was that do I need to show the QR code or use the QR code being provided? No, it's not. It's not compulsory from our side. The intent here from our side was that many small brokers do not have technology to generate the QR code on their own. So that's why we try to provide this QR code on our own. Obviously, if you are using any payment aggregator or larger bank or you have technology, you are self-sufficient, you please feel free to use your own systems to generate a QR code. In case any support is required, we will provide that or extend that. Obviously, but to banks and payment aggregators, we had already shared the code. So that's already in place. The one more question was because many were not using the UPI earlier, bank offered them to choose between online or offline mode. Offline is directly similar to the grocery shops we have. There we generally they do not have any website, so that's a straight through process. Bank just generally approves that within couple of hours only. In online they sometimes need to conduct that evaluation of website security audit and all those requirements are there, so that might be there. But from our side you are free to choose any mode. There is no compulsion from our side that you choose for online mode only or offline mode only. We just want that whenever you are receiving from money from any of the investors, you just give them an option of at valid UPI IDs. Uh, One more actually critical question. So banks have different UPI handles to route the traffic to different purposes. So if they are using some payment aggregator, then they may ask you, or the payment aggregator might ask you to have a selected specific handle. For example, in our portal, you will see HDFC has two handles, Axis Bank has five, Yes Bank has five. The reason for that is that they will be routing to different systems internally for this. But bank can also change if you are selecting a wrong handle or something like that. Bank can also change at their end. So if you are encountering any such issue, please highlight to your bank that and that you can they can obviously they are aware of, but you in case you are speaking you highlight it, and then subsequently if required in the documentation part that needs to be changed, you change it and send it across. One more question I think on the documentation part, when you are directly on getting engaged with the bank only, then you are supposed to submit the document to bank. In case you are going through the payment aggregator, you route it through the payment aggregator itself. That's also there, but it depends on the bank to bank how their agreement is with the payment aggregator. So in case of HDFC and Axis Bank, which are the prominent caterer to payment aggregators, you would be coordinating with the payment aggregators only to send the document. And in case of ICICI, I think they would be expecting the documents directly and keeping the payment aggregator in CC of that particular scanned document. If the bank is ready, please look for the account. Yes. So these all I have already covered. Now, small thing from our side, what we have so far done to extend our support. So we have created a task force at BSC, NSC, CDL cell and NSDL side. There we have appointed 50 officials who are licensing between intermediaries, banks, and payment aggregators. So you need not to directly, if you are having any issue with bank or payment aggregator, you can directly approach these. And the contacts you will be sharing in some time. Ritika, you are there. Uh,
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
So,
So Ritika is there here from NSC team. She is coordinating, and for brokers, the entire nodal center is NSC team only, and you need to subsequently contact them, and the details will share. So what here is happening is that we have about 20 people's team at sitting at NSC. Large part of it will be coordinating with the intermediaries. Then we have nodal who is speaking with the bank, and nodal who is speaking with the cash fee, razor fee, all those payment aggregators too. So that's arrangement we have made so that you do not encounter any issue or any confusion is there. You directly speak to them. and then they will liaison between the bank and other facilitators, and then this will work this way. So that's it from my side. Ritika, please add how we are addressing or anything which I have missed out on this.
Yes, sir. So, we'll quickly brief you on how NSE is working on this. So, NSE has created a group which is dedicatedly working on facilitating this document submission to banks. We have identified spokes who are working with trading members and banks separately. So, in addition to this, we are also taking documents from the members and sending it to the respective banks so that the process can be expedited. So, this is how NSE is working.
So just to add what Ritika mentioned, that bank would be expecting the documents directly from the entity itself. And if you are directly sending it to the entity, please keep the concerned official from NSC in CC, so they will keep a track that who sent the mail to whom at what time with for which UPI ID, and then they will create a tracker for this, and then they will speak with bank that they get it approved as soon as possible. So the team will be actually working alongside of the members so that they get these things approved as fast as possible to make the UPI IDs live. Johnson is there from BSC side. Johnson.
Yeah.
So Johnson, would you like to add for the members who are exclusively currently with the BSC? So how we are going to address it for them, and then we'll quickly.
Yeah. So for exclusive members, again, we have shared the details with NSE as well, but you can loop us also in the documents that are being shared. We will also try to expedite and help you out. We are very much in the building here. So members who are in and around the building, they can approach us. We will also facilitate.
So now about the timelines, which is a bad news and good news at the same time. So there is no extension of the timeline. That's why NSC, BSC, and we all are burning midnight's oil and working on the Saturdays, Sundays as well currently. And as per the circular, 24th is the last date where we are expecting the payment handles to be ready and start accepting the payment. So it's just not the application. It is that the handles are live on the website itself if members are accepting the payments through the websites. So for that, the Razor Pay and these other cash free and Bill Desk and Just Pay as well are we are speaking with. So they will also facilitate it. And if the handles are getting live, so they are asking for, in case of SDFC, it will get live within next 4 to 5 days, and including Sunday, they will ensure that they are counting it. And in case of Access, it will get just approved by the next day itself. So that's how things are. Uttamji, please feel free to take on any question which I might have not been able to answer, and then members might have asked. Uttamji, we can take the questions.
We can take the
now.
questions, yes. Any member who has any question, please raise your electronic hand as we do in BBF functions. We'll immediately turn you on, turn on your mic. So anybody has any questions, please raise your electronic hand.
Ujjwal, they have raised their hands. If you can just take them in, because my host is not coming.
Yes. Ujjwal.
Yeah.
Yes, on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Utrakshi, your question, please.
Sir, we have around 13 upstreaming accounts. do we need to create UPI IDs for all 13 upstreaming accounts? We have one account with HDFC, which is our major account. And once we create a UPI ID for that account, I think all the customers will be able to use that UPI ID to transfer funds.
It's as per circular, to be in compliance, you just need to have one UPI ID on at valid and you are offering it for the payment. That's it.
Okay,
That's
sir.
what the circular says.
Great, sir. Thank you, sir. So I already have one UPI ID, sir. That is it. Thank you, sir.
Nitinji, your question, please.
Hey, hi, this is Nitin here. As you said, like we need to add the NSE official person whenever we are just sending the documents. So how do we get those concerned person email ID? Because we do have already shared.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. So, Ritika, can you please
Yes,
take
sir.
this question?
Yes, so what we are doing is we've identified stocks for separate trading members, and they are sending their contact details on mails. Many must have already received those mailers, so be assured you will receive the mail shortly. Can I have your name, please, sir? Which broker are you representing so that I
Nitin,
can?
Nitin from Angel One.
Angel One, okay.
Yep.
So we'll ask our Spock to get in touch with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Pooja ji, your question, please.
I'll interrupt you. Anybody who needs to get in touch with anyone, please inform Wispy Bhai. Wispy Batena, CEO BBF. Everybody knows his number. And Wispy will immediately get you in touch with the concerned exchanges and vice versa. If it's somebody... okay, please continue.
Pooja ji, your question, please.
Yes, like we are having multiple registrations as a stockbroker, depository participant, and research analyst. So do we need to take UPI ID handle for every registration, or only one will be sufficient?
I think we already covered all these questions. So what I will do that we have shared this thing with the group. Ritika, I think when we are sending these mails now, please include
Yes, sir.
these FAQ answers in the mail body itself, because most of us have the same questions which I answered. I think they can refer back to these questions.
Sure, sir. We'll do that.
So we'll include these
Mhm.
answers in the body of mail itself, which are being received. And Ritika, please do send the mailers again to the members with these answers, so then they can refer to whom we have already shared.
Yes, sir.
Uttaraj ji, your question, please.
Uh, Sir, this is Utkarsh. So, my question is that our bank, am I audible, right?
Yes.
Okay, so our bank is City Union Bank, and from the day of 15th of I guess September, I've been trying to tell them that SEBI needs the documents. So please share the document that we needed to submit. Now they are unaware of that. They have been talking to SEBI, I don't know to whom, and they are saying that we have asked them for the
Which
document.
bank? Which bank? Sorry.
City Union Bank. City Union Bank.
Okay, City
Yes.
Union. City Union is there in the live handle. So
Yes, sir.
City Union is live, and we will share the contact details. So Ritik, yes.
No,
So you speak to
sorry.
your concerned nodal person, and then they will facilitate.
So that is my point. I have been speaking to them with the 15
No.
September.
You speak to NSC people.
Okay, NSC.
Yes,
Okay,
NSC.
BSc. We have registered in BSc, so we'll
So
be.
that's why we organize this session. So NSC is a nodal point for all brokers for this implementation. You
Got
must
it.
have already received one mailer, or you will receive in a couple of minutes, where they will be mentioning that this is the nodal person, and that you contact with these people, and then we'll facilitate that. We'll have
Done,
to
sir.
go by
Thank
a
you so much.
process, because it would be difficult for anyone to address all queries from hundreds of intermediaries at the same time. So we have placed this system in place so that they can route it through that.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Nitya Nandar ji, your question, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm Nitya from Upstocks. So we have a multiple ID for brokers and MF. So for the MF ID, we have created. So yesterday also we get a call to recreate the handle due to the pattern has been changed. So still the UTN number is
That
not
must be the
generated.
case. No, so that must be the case in case of a payment aggregator. not from your side, but your payment aggregator must have informed you that you need to use CF or RPZ or something like that, right?
Because for the MF, there is a two thing. One is we have registered in stock exchange, so it should be a .brk, right?
Yes.
And there is one more thing, the mutual funds, the payment aggregator for the transaction we routed, but it's like we get a confirm from ICSL to re-raise the handle, as well as the documentation also changed for ICICI Bank.
So for now, I would suggest that you apply for at least one handle and get it approved.
Okay.
And then for these separate things where the compliance issue is there, I think you are from Upstock only, right?
Right.
Upstock, I think one handle is already live, right, Ritika? At least
Yes,
couple of
sir.
handles.
It was
Ah,
active yesterday.
yes.
That is for broking product, but I am talking for the handle for mutual funds.
So, okay, we'll go by the procedure again. You highlight it to the concerned nodal, and they will help you out on that.
Okay. So should I reach Ritika for the same thing? Or?
So there is a 15 people's team sitting at NSC,
Okay.
and they will be contacting you in a while,
Okay.
and along with their mobile ID, mobile number, and emails, and then you
Okay.
can highlight the concern for bank or payment aggregator, and they have separately, there is a team of 5 6 people who
Okay.
are coordinating with banks and payment aggregators, and they will actually route your query to respective people and then get you the correct information.
Okay, that's fine. And other modes like for the broking product also, there is a 4 ID we have created, and the UTN also generated, and we have
So
completed
any
documentation
issue you have there, you can mention it to them. They will facilitate for any issue.
for all the handle.
Yes, for all of the handles, obviously, not for one handle only. So,
Okay, fine.
yeah.
So when we expect the call, like from
Uh,
the
uh, you are from Upstock, Ritika.
yes.
Uh,
Nitya, someone will get in touch with you in next
so
30 minutes. Yeah.
So Ritika,
Okay, fine.
one more thing we will do, we
Yeah.
will create an Excel. You must have already done it, huh? So I
Yes.
have shared one contact details of Mr. Uh, from BBF. So Mr. Vipsi and Uttam Bagriji are there. So you can share that list with them too, so that members can also identify the concerned person from there, and they will circulate it to their members, and then they can start approaching, similar to what we did in case of yesterday's meeting.
Sure, sir. We'll do that.
Sure. Thanks.
Thank you.
Mr. Mohammed Imran, your question.
Hi, sir. Sir, we have two payment mode. One is HDFC Direct and Razor Pay. We have already went live with HDFC. That whatever you said, that .brk. Yesterday onwards we are live. Our concern is like we have tied up with Razor Pay for like secondary mode, and we have offering Razor Pay in equity SIP. What Razor Pay is insisting, like we have HDFC Bank, HDFC account in the bank, then they are insisting us to open in ICICI or Axis. Then only this whatever this changes applicable, that will be come like that they are stating.
So here money must be going to directly to clearing corporation, right?
No. I'm asking about broker, not MF
No,
broking.
in some cases, money also goes to clearing corporation in broking operation. And when that is happening, this is actually some kind of okay. Again, I think the best person is your nodal contact person, and they will guide you on that. So with this, can we conclude the meeting and you route your concerns to them, and then we'll through the respective channel we'll get those addressed.
We can take a couple of more questions if
Sure,
somebody has.
sure.
Shailesh bhai, your question, please.
मतलब मैं ये कह रहा हूँ सब सैटरडे को आए हैं तो वही आपके सवालों के जवाब मिलेंगे.
हाँ नहीं perfect ठीक है. I have all time for this.
Yes, sir.
बताइए.
Shailesh bhai, your question. Sanjay ji, your question, please. Sanjay Wadhwa ji.
Yeah, I just have a question.
Hello,
The
Shailesh
limits
here.
हाँ शैलेश भाई बोलो सर. हाँ जी.
Yeah, we have applied for the BRK in HDFC Bank and aggregator with the BSE, but we have one another option also. Okay, clients can pay directly through UPI app like BHIM app, and at that they are presently using JSNSEC and their trading code @HDFC. So payment will come to us directly and system will identify on the basis of the trading code to post it in the ledger. In such case, how the UPI should be created so that it will be identified and credited if client wants to pay directly from their app.
So even in case of app, UPI ID is there. So you are sending, so your UPI ID is involved, and other side one more UPI ID will be there. It's called intent request. Intent is generally gets opened in the mobile app itself, and the other side may not be visible to you, similar to the collect request side, which happens in the case of IPO, where you just enter your own UPI ID and then block request goes to you. You need to confirm it on NSCBSC's portal. So that's how that is the collect mode, or here it's intent mode, which opens it in the mobile app itself. But in either case, whenever a transaction is happening from on the UPI platform, there will always be two UPI IDs. So the other side of UPI ID needs to be at valid UPI ID on which the money is going.
Okay.
So currently,
Thank you.
yeah. Now I'll again go back to the question about the HDFC, ICICI, and Axis account. I'll speak with the Razorpay team what the concern they have. But I think at least to get started with, they can make you live at least on HDFC, because you already have an account with HDFC. Though they may not be able to route it to other banks in case because you are already using it as a backup mode. But you can always insist that you at least make live on this particular platform, and the remaining accounts can be operated afterwards, because we are trying to chase or comply with the timeline, right?
Hi, sir.
And
This is
separately, I'll
Sudhakar.
also speak with you. Yeah,
This
please,
is Sudhakar
Sudhakar. Yeah.
from Pinvisa Technologies. Sir, about displaying the UPI ID and QR code related information, can we display it post login to our customers?
Obviously. So for what you can do on your website, you provide a link where they are supposed, like this is that UPI ID you mentioned, that this, and performer is already there in our circular. In annexure, you find that you mentioned that we are live with active UPI ID. In order to make a payment, use this link, and that link requires them to log into your system and allow them to make a payment. It's just, it should be publicly visible that yes, you are live on that, and then they become aware. Just it's a public awareness measure that way.
Okay.
Mahek ji, your question, please. Mahek ji.
Hello, I'm audible.
Yes.
Sir, my question is that our banker is SBI Bank. Now, Razorpay and Atom saying that they are not linked with the SBI. You have to open account with HDFC or Axis Bank or ICICI. What should you do?
In such case, can you directly take services from SBI? Because if that is you have to take it's a business decision again. How I can recommend on that part, I'm struggling with this answer, because if
I will come
need
here.
to take the services from.
See, point is choice of bank is the choice of the broker. यदि कोई बैंक बोलता है कि मैं तुमको सर्विस नहीं देता, तो भाई बैंक चेंज करना अपने हाथ में है। ठीक है, जैसे कोई ब्रोकर बोलता है कि मैं एफएनओ नहीं करता, तो क्लाइंट बोलता ठीक है मैं दूसरे ब्रोकर के जा रहा हूँ। एफएनओ नहीं करना। अब यदि कोई बैंक है वो नहीं देना चाहता सर्विस, तो उसका सेवी क्या करता है?
This is not saying bank. They are Razorpay and Atom saying they are not linked pipeline with SBI. So you have to be open the account with this one. In short time, it is not possible to open the account. That's why I raised the question.
It will just take one day. That too I actually covered in FAQ. I covered in initial 15 minutes. So there is no fee on this particular part. If you are opening account, then there is also not fee, and the banks generally takes one day only.
Okay.
So that's why we created this entire task force. They will facilitate what documents you require, all those things. But you can go to any branch of HDFC or ICICI And if you are having any difficulty, you contact with your nodal person, they will facilitate, but it just take one day. Even at SBI, that takes one day. I have been speaking with one of the nodal person from SBI, that too, being a government bank, that takes just one day at there for current account. So it's not that a lengthy process. And at the same time, you can apply through the BSc NSC portal by evening. So it just becomes that way. So you can, if you are reaching to bank in next 1 hour, two, the we will try to get it live by today evening, and then you can apply from the portal. And you, this must have been just to you earlier too, but yes. And these are very small actually accounts. So the charges are also not very high in case they are asking to be maintained.
Sanjay Wadhwaji, your question, please. Sanjay ji. Manish ji, your question, please. Manish ji.
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, I want to ask whether QR code must be published till 30th September.
Once your ID get live, you automatically get QR code from our portal itself. You do not have to worry about that. In case your aggregator or bank is going live, you want to use their QR code, we have already shared the QR code with them too. So there is no challenge in terms of QR code. The challenge here is just about going live. So if you have made the request, that's getting approved at the same time, instantaneously that QR codes get generated. Obviously, there can be a small delay between NSC and SEBI's SI portals communication, because files need to get downloaded and uploaded in respective systems. So that is the only couple of hours delay. Otherwise, at the same time, you should be able to see once the bank approves it and UPI ID gets live.
Okay, because I have asked because sir, we are getting payment through our app, TradeMobi, and currently there is no system to receive the payment through portal. That's why I have asked whether is it necessary to publish the QR code on our portal, or we may live without that.
It's not necessary to publish the QR code on your portal. That too, actually, I think I covered in the start itself that you need not to publish the UPI ID directly or QR code, because then you risk that you will be able to identify who made the payment. But banks also provide the UPI ID from which the money was sent. So that's there in their MIS, and full of more they provide, and that too free of charge, at least for UPI right now. But you directly need not to publish it on your website. So what all modes, like you are not receiving money on the UPI currently?
No, currently receiving money on UPI ID, but through sir our app, not through portal basically.
You can in
so
your
we are
app
going to
itself
make the new UPI
start
ID
using the UPI ID, na? New UPI ID.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And sir, another question is like.
So, but ensure you are getting it live 24th.
From 24th.
24th of September. Your UPI ID is already live? At least
No,
active?
Yeah, it is active, but currently we are working with the old UPI handle, na? We will have to go live from 1st of October, na, sir?
We will discuss about it, but at least your UPI ID has been approved by the bank, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. From ICICI and
Okay, fair
NTC
enough.
both.
Please expedite it. 1, 2 here and there we can manage, but we are not waiting till 1st October, because 1st October there is a launch, quite a high launch, not from our side, quite senior level. So at least it should not be happening that if your investors or your clients are trying to make a payment on 1st October using SEBI check, and then it's showing yes, it's live, but they are unable to make payments, then complaints start complaints will start coming, right? We do not
I
want
will
to
try
get
my
into that
best to
situation.
sir live
Yeah.
from 24 or 25. And my second question is that, sir, we are not charging as a research analyst. So is it necessary to avail for
That
the...
question I have also answered in the start itself, that if you are also registered as a broker, you
Yeah.
just need to have one UPI ID provided you have the same PAN number. And obviously, if you are not charging what we have written in our circular, whenever you are receiving money from investors, then you are supposed to offer it to the investor,
Okay.
this UPI option.
Okay.
But when you are not, then obviously that does not become applicable. One more thing I would like to point out here to the community, that we will be start educating and start awareness campaigns to investors, and we will be saying that if you are not seeing at valid in UPI ID, do not make a payment to any entity who is not making, who is claiming to be a SEBI registered entity. So this is the communication which will follow. And if that follows, so if you are not using UPI ID or you do not have an option, that too it might becomes it may become difficult for any registered entity to operate, because it becomes it will become difficult to convince an investor that yes, you are a registered intermediary.
Uttam sir, over to you. No hands.
Perfect. Thank you, Sumit bhai. Almost 125 odd members joined up on the Saturday morning.
Thank you,
And,
Uttamji, to making it possible.
yeah, thanks for SEBI for the proactiveness, and and for the team, thank you MIIs for being around. We will be harassing you, but this is for the good. And as Sumit ji said, आगे जाके ये होगा कि दुनिया में कोई भी आदमी बोलेगा कि मैं सिविल जैसे इंटरमीडिएट हूँ, मुझे यूपीआई में पैसे ट्रांसफर करो, इन नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्ली फ्यू मंथ्स और नेक्स्ट 1 ईयर पूरे इन्वेस्टर्स जागरूक होंगे कि बहुत वैलिड नहीं है, मैं देखो नहीं करेगा तो गड़बड़ है. This is the power of this, and this is the beauty of this, and that is why we are pushing so hard for this. This was a decision where Brokers Forum with me and my individual particular party where UPI के लिए valid लाया. Obviously, there's some inconvenience faced by everyone, but it is overall for the market good. So we seek the support of the community, and thank you regulatory team, the first level regulators MIIs, and also the sector regulator SEBI for all the support. Thank you. Have a
Uttamji.
great day.
And please start
Thank you,
submitting your documents today itself and get your handle live.